This Pakistani teenager has no hands. They were blown off while he was playing with an unexploded landmine. The schoolboy sits on a wheelchair outside his ward at a field hospital run by the International Committee of the Red Cross, or ICRC. At the ICRC Surgical Hospital for the weapon wounded, there are scores of victims of circumstance with similar tales of extreme trauma and pain. Emotionally scarred, the brave few possess the courage to recount their ordeal.
The situation is very bad back home. I lost my father and brother when our house was bombed. Yes, I'm lucky to be alive, but I have lost my arm and leg. My life has been destroyed.
The state-of-the-art 91-bed tented hospital has treated more than 450 patients and carried out 1,000 operations on conflict victims from across the northwest of Pakistan and the tribal areas. Wounds are caused by shelling, bomb explosions, landmines, unexploded ordnance and gunshots. Most patients say they do not know who planted the mines or where the gunfire or shelling came from. Lives have been destroyed in the blinking of an eye.
We were playing in the fields when suddenly someone started firing shells. 2 of my brothers were killed in front of my eyes and I lost my leg. I just want to go home to my family.
Amputations are common at the 91-bed hospital. Patients can spend up to 3 months at the hospital recovering from an amputation before being referred for the possibility of an artificial limb at the Pakistan Institute for Prosthetic and Orthotic Sciences in Peshawar, established back in 1981. The rehabilitation centre is the only hope for the hundreds who would otherwise be forced to exist on the periphery of society.
Actually, during a course study of this prosthetist and orthotist, we are teaching students this counseling, how to counsel, because patients, those who are coming to us, they are actually not only disabled, but they are also psychologically they are disturbed. So everything we are doing in the assessment room, before assessing the patients, we are counsel the patients, make patient ready for the limb.
Rebuilding the shattered lives of these innocent Pakistanis is a painstaking task for the dedicated staff of the centre. To date, over 200 mine victims have been provided prosthetic limbs, and the centre continues to register waves of new patients wounded in the latest military offensive in the country's tribal areas. The process of making a bespoke limb takes approximately 1 week from the initial assessment to the final fitting. Full rehabilitation can take months.
After assessment, then the qualified prosthetist and physiotherapist, they diagnose what problem patient has. So according to the diagnosis, they prescribe the devices. So after this casting, they give appointment date to the patients for next appointment date. For example, today she is casted, so they give 1 week time for the first fitting. After taking the casts, for example, this is the cast. Then we fill it with the plaster of Paris. Once this modification is done, we finish it and we send it to the molding area. So after doing all the process, now this is ready for the first fitting.
The trauma of losing a limb can clearly be seen in the sombre and expressionless faces of these innocent Pakistanis. Young and old alike, stripped of their dignity, sit silently and pensively in the rehab gym. They cannot turn back the clock, but can be inspired to rebuild their lives and look forward. The government of Pakistan, despite several attempts, refused to speak to Press TV on the plight of these amputees who have given the ultimate sacrifice. Humanitarian agencies like the Red Cross, together with rehab centres like this, are ensuring that these Pakistanis are at least given the chance to live a dignified existence. Here at the Pakistan Institute for Prosthetic and Orthotic Sciences, staff are of the opinion that prosthetic limbs are vital for a patient's self-esteem in a society where much stigma is attached to disability. Addiel Sabir, Press TV, Peshawar, in the northwest of Pakistan.